Ashley. I'm gonna bring up Ashley was up over here.
You got Leanne versus Amanda? And you said the other one's Ashley?
Ashley versus Philip.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Is that still behind head string because she shot first or what? I have no idea.
You broke and shot again?
I broke, she shot, so now I don't have to shoot that head string. Just
Checking?
Hey, Sean, how you doing? Phil, no, this you have to win to get here, though. You have to qualify and win to get your way here. So, on the right-hand table here, we have Ashley versus Philip. And Ashley is a 3. Philip is a 4. We got a 3 versus 4 with Leanne versus Amanda on the left-hand table. Patrick, or Ryan Patrick, how you doing, Logan? Ryan Patrick Logan. Got 3 first names. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Things are going good after being delayed by over 4.5 hours getting here yesterday between flight and luggage. And no, I'm Ryan too, Ryan. So I will have various league operators sitting in with me doing some commentary as well. You guys heard from Craig Meisner earlier. He's the one that's putting this on. These teams are from Mixed Nuts of Sudbury, Ontario. And it doesn't say for just here for the bacon. It will say on CompuSport though. Pete, how you doing, buddy? So this is Phil on the left or right hand table, sorry. He's a skill level 4. On the left table here we got Leanne versus Amanda. All by myself, Sean. Yeah, this is just a quick, well, started 3 o'clock here Eastern time today, runs through tomorrow and Sunday, so it's not one of the big 5-day tournaments, so it's not so bad. And there's some good breaks in between. Like I said, there was 45 minutes in between that last match and this one, so that gives me a little break to run outside, get some fresh air, or run back to the room. I'm only, like I said earlier, from my bed to sitting in this chair is only 60 paces from my room, so nice and close to run back there. New York. Just here for the bacon. Yeah, it doesn't say on the score sheet they gave me. It just says Mixed Nuts is from Sudbury, so. Turn the mic off for one quick sec, guys. Sorry guys, we're all back here now. Right hand table here is Ashley, skill level 3, playing Philip, who's a 4. Again, on the left hand table we got Leanne versus Amanda. Leanne's 4, Amanda's a 3. Ricky, how you doing? Hey Alfonso, all the way from Costa Rica. Thanks for tuning in. Where is everybody else watching from? We are in Niagara Falls, Canada. The Americana Hotel and Water Park for the APA versus CPA border battle. It's the Americana border battle. We were here and streamed that last year in this venue. It's a nice little hotel here. Big water park on the back side of it. Cleveland and Brantford, Colorado, Sudbury. John, I know we got somebody watching from Australia. And Pete Robinson's from Australia, tunes in all the time. Hey John, Sharon, North Carolina. All warmer places than here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Jessica, Chris, and Dirk. Very warm in Alaska. Probably warmer than Calgary, John. Although we're in Niagara Falls right now. -2, it's saying outside, Celsius. Actually, I think Calgary was fairly warm today. Or still is. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon back home. Yeah, just showing Calgary and Air at 11 degrees. So here's that coaching aspect coming in here on the left-hand table again. Giving her some pointers on how to get out of this. Now it's depending on the angle he's got. He's got a right-hand spin off this bottom rail to go into the 3 ball. Looks like she's aiming a little steep. It's going to go past the 3 ball down the rail. Yep. Yeah, Ryan, you guys get the same sort of weather we do up in Calgary, Denver there, that warm to cold to warm to cold. Southwestern Ontario. Yeah, we'd flown through some weather getting in last night. Is your birthday, Tony? Happy birthday, buddy. Now for this match here, as we get, like we have here, threes and fours or twos and threes playing each other. Good friend Tequila. Yeah, as we get these lower levels playing each other, instead of doing sort of the traditional commentary, I'm going to give them some maybe different ideas or different options from what they're going to shoot if it was something different than I would take, or maybe a little better player would take. Thanks, Ryan. I'll catch you later. Now here comes the coach coming in. He's probably going to, if she's playing it at that angle there, give it a little steeper, but then she's got to stun it with some bottom all the way down. That's, I think, what he's trying to tell her there. And then you just got to watch that corner depending on how much you stun it. Doesn't look like with top you're going to stun it at all. She's not. And that's where that stun would come in. Instead of playing top off that left rail, play your tip below center and punch it straight down the table. They were talking about the patch there. Sorry guys, on the right hand table she put the chalk there, but they're going to use one of our decals again. You have to physically patch the pocket. Yeah. I got one of the refs just sat down beside me here, a ref from here, because we'd made a call earlier. We double checked on the stream to see whether it was a good hit or not. You can rewind YouTube and to watch, so Sorry guys, just chatting with the referee beside me. Yeah, Mark, yeah, good luck to all these teams playing. It's nice venue, and they do have to win to get here, so all these teams have won something to get here. Hey Steve, how you doing, buddy? The trip was delayed 4 hours by the time we got out of the airport here. It's delayed 2.5 hours before departing Calgary, and then had to wait well over an hour for our luggage to come down the carousel. There was a big delay there, so it was about an hour and almost 15 minutes before we got our luggage after we were off the plane. Clyde, I'm not sure exactly how many versus how many. I think it'd probably be 50-50. I think the first round here is all set up as a Canadian versus a US team. That's what we've had here. Nice cut in the left, top left there. The left-hand table. That's two really nice cuts she made back to back. Unfortunately, she doesn't really have a shot other than I'd try to just touch the one out over the top corner there. Just like that. That works. That one ball will go, but the 11 will not. Tough leave here on the 9 to get back for the, I believe that's a 15 ball beside the 3 there. So you can either draw it back off that top rail where he's at to come underneath, or try to stun it over and take the bank corner. It's going to take the bank. But the only thing is the 8 ball doesn't have a pocket doing this. Even if he makes it, he's tough on the 8. Got lucky going off that. Yeah, in sweet shape. That'll work out. Yeah, Steve, we got that sorted out. We'll be doing both those events. The pro and the amateur side of the Alberta, or the Ashton Twins Classic. Nice shooting on the left. She's lined up fairly straight for this one ball into this bottom left corner. Just slightly off angle. Nice shot. That was nice weight control on that shot to put that one ball in. You touch the side rails on these diamonds, a lot of times it'll rattle out. Well, thanks for tuning in, Diane. And you know what, Jeff, I will find out next time I see Craig. I'll ask him. There is well, Craig said he sent 7 teams, I believe, here from his 138 or 140 some odd teams he has, something around there. Hey, Gene, how you doing? Guess we should get the chat going on YouTube here. I see it didn't load. Got it going now. Hey, Rob, how you doing? From Ohio. Nancy from Northern Ontario. Michael asked who won this last year. I'm not too sure. I will try to find out. Oh, little thin cut in the right hand side for the 8 ball here. Nice cut.
Good match, Ed. Thanks.
Give you a little different view here. Sorry, guys.
This one is going to be Matt versus William.
Okay. So this next table, guys, I'll switch back to the dual screen. Sorry, I was just getting some info from the coaches. We got Matt versus William on this right-hand table. And that will be, William is a 7. Matt is a 7. So 2 7s playing each other. So this should be a good match on the right-hand table here. Shouldn't see too many turns at the table for each of these guys if they're both 7s, unless they get into a safety battle. Unfortunate scratch on the left-hand table. So I don't think he's got much other than maybe trying to sneak this 7 in the side, the right-hand side here. Even then, from that angle, that's a fairly thin cut there. It's looking like he's... I don't think he can bank that. Maybe he's just playing safe. Or was it established over on that table already? Sorry, on the right-hand side, I'm not too sure. They're calling a ref on the left-hand table. Foul. I could have called that from here. Yeah. Ref was just joking. Almost need the replay for that one. He's been sitting beside me over here. We did look at one in the last match. Replay made the decision. Got unfortunate with his leave here on the right-hand table. Don't think that 5 passes the 3 ball. If he's got that's the... he's trying to stick with that 5, but I think he's got it's either the 2 or the 4 ball there to this... I think it's thin to the bottom right corner. It looks like he's just trying to open the 1 up. He was able to cut that back more than I thought he could. It was close. On for the ref. Not going to have the legs. Well, he's looking good on the right-hand table here. These stripes are wide open now. Don't try to do too much with this ball. Pretty much just stop or stun it right there. He got fortunate with that little kiss off the 4 ball there. Otherwise he would have come past this 15. Been shooting down at the 9. I'm going to find out the score over there, guys, just so we can keep it up to date. That was the first match done. Or the first 2 done. I just want to find out so we got the correct score. See what we're at. So I'll be right back. So there's the updated score, guys. 6-0 for Mixed Nuts. So they got 3-point wins on those first 2. That's a fairly close leg. Although you cannot touch that side rail. It's got to come straight back. End rails are the only rails you're allowed to touch on that leg.
That's all right.
He's got an edge of this 13 ball. It's just that 8 ball's tough. Might have to try to spin into it. Actually, you know what? He had a perfect leave that was dead straight into the corner. That does pass the 6 ball. He's looking really good on the right-hand table here. And just roll forward and take what the table gives you to the top right. Wayne, how can you get into this? You have to play in a APA or CPA league, and you have to win your way in here. So every one of these teams has won something in their respective leagues to get them here. Now that is a foul on that left-hand table that she didn't notice because there wasn't a ball hit a rail. So if you go back and watch that, or if he comes back and watches this, pay a little closer attention when your opponent's at the table. You know what? I haven't seen a whole lot of Eric or Steven. Ben's doing good. It's actually going to be Ben and I in Nanaimo next week. We fly out Tuesday. Well, I fly home Monday afternoon from here, and then I fly out Tuesday morning to Nanaimo with Ben. Nice break on that right-hand table. Not sure what kind of shot he has down there on a stripe. Whether he can combo that 7. I think it's a 7 and 13 in. But Ref just pointed out to me that the lady playing on the left-hand table was not playing with blue chalk, so she's got green or gray master chalk. That's a no-no, I guess. So she'll get warned after this game to switch to blue chalk. They just don't want to leave marks on the table. She's got lots of work left on this right-hand table, shooting solids. Thanks for sharing, David. And he came right around, but he should... If he can't sink this, he can plug the hole. So, stripes is wide open now. It's just plain shape on that 9-ball. So we got the coach stepping in on this left-hand table, giving some pointers. See, she's using one of her decals as a patch up there as long as it's on either side of that center diamond. She's calling the top right. She had put 2 pieces of chalk there, but in some leagues you're not allowed to use the chalk. And that's their opponents just said where they're from. Not allowed to use the chalk, so you're best to use a patch or a coin or your phone or whatever you got. You physically got to mark the pocket for the 8-ball. That's the only ball you got to call in the CPA and APA. How many teams does Dennis McDonald have here? He must be a league operator. I believe there's 64 teams in the tournament altogether. And again, there was a question of, it's unlucky leave on the right-hand table there, on what the ratio is, Canadian versus U.S. Used the whole pocket on the left-hand table. The thing's pretty wide open, but it's an awkward leave here. He can hit the 4 and stop the cue ball right there, and he's got the 7 in between the cue ball and the 8-ball. That's what he's looking at. Just don't hit it dead straight and have the ball come back and kick the cue ball open. Nice shot. Yeah, I guess it'd be, I forget what they announced or Craig said we got for how many different states represented. I know there's, I believe he said 3 provinces and maybe 6 or 7 states represented here.
Don't look, Troy. Close your eyes. Long hand.
There's a foul on the left-hand table. He's got to start with that 6 ball to the bottom left. Shape the 3 ball. Wow, under hit that. You know how to play the 3 next, which you'll have to do with the rest. Well, that 7 ball's partly in the way. They can swerve around it, but I don't know if she's she's asking if she can masse if there's a rule against it, and there's not.
Nobody ever cued.
There's no jump cues allowed. You have to jump full cue, which the Thunder is perfect for. That's a tough kick, and she. Nope. Close. He has to take that 3. Start with the, well, doesn't have to. He can roll up here, but I think there's, oh yeah, that 8, lots of room by the 8 ball. Didn't think he could go by the 8, but you don't want to leave the 3 till the last just because it might kick that 8 ball out of the way if you mishit it. Although he's right in between now. Yeah, that's safe enough. She's gonna have to kick off that end rail and back again if she wants to make it, and I'd be going for that shot. If that sinks, she's good. Unlucky with kicking that 3 right over the side. There's those diamond corners. And he shot that one a little quick. I could tell the way he was walking around that wasn't quite his normal pace, I think, on that shot. He's got everything in the open for low ball here on this right-hand table. 3 does pass into that left-hand side. He's just going to be moving the 8 ball around a little bit. Eight ball's in a tough spot now. You gotta leave your 4 ball for last. No. Still gotta leave your 4 ball for last. Using his wallet, playing an 8 ball on the side. Hey Dave, how you doing? Yeah, it would have been nice to see you, Dave. If there is anybody in the area, come on down and say hi. Nice little touch open on those 2 stripes on the right-hand table. He is looking good. This is just going to be the tough shape with that 3 ball the way it's sitting. Looks like he can cube right beside it. I think you got to cut that to the top right. Don't think it goes into the top left. Would have had a nice leave on the 8 ball if he had made that. Yeah, I got recognize a couple teams from last year that are back. Or a couple guys anyway, whether it's the same team they're on or not. But well, he's come up high enough he can cut that stripe to the top right. Use the 3 ball to hold for the 8 ball. Overcut it. Hey Paul, how you doing, buddy? So I think if we had another win by mixed nuts on both of these matches, I think it's over. Where is this tourney at? We are at the Americana Hotel in Niagara Falls, Canada. The Americana CPA APA border battle. Very nice break on the left-hand table. Nice shot on the right-hand table there. Break and run here will make it, I think, 3-0 on the excuse me, on the right-hand table. Yeah, reverse Sharon. Mixed Nuts is from Canada. Just here for the bacon is the US. Like I said, I'm not sure who's who from which team here, but if Mixed Nuts were to win both these matches, I think they win the overall match. Looking really good on the right here, other than, is that the 4-ball tied up? A little messy on the left-hand table here. She's shooting stripes. She's got some work. He's left himself for the 3 if not anything else. If that 7-ball goes by, he's looking pretty good. He'd hit that a lot harder than I think he needed to there. Be a little tougher on the 4. Just got to come to this bottom right corner as we're looking at it. Yeah, we're all doing good, Paul. It's Grant's busy with his real job or full-time job, and Ben has his son this weekend, so they're both doing good. Ben and I get together at the airport Tuesday morning to head to the Nanaimo, BC, and we'll be bringing you the CCS Vancouver Island Championships next week. Got myself and Ben are streaming it. We're both playing in it, and I'm tournament director. So I got a very busy week next week. She's just playing a little more of a containing shot on the left-hand table there. It's a little messy down at that end. Did I cut the resolution down? Nope. There is no room lights in here, which is not making it quite as bright as we're used to. And above this left-hand table is a skylight, or 4 skylights. So no lights right above it, so it's fairly dim. Although I do see some other lights up there. I might see if they can turn them on tomorrow. How you doing, Royce? Oh, he almost made that. Oh, I got the... Hey, Jerry, I got the resolution as high as it'll go on here. The internet connection in here is amazing. So I haven't reduced the quality in any way. I'll look at it in the next break, but should be running at 60. Hey Leonard, how you doing? On YouTube. Yeah, I'm like, I got the two tablets running Facebook and YouTube and looks okay, although Royce, I've seen you bounce back and forth on and off. It's showing you watching a couple times, so maybe it's your internet on your end. Because we automatically, go to the top settings we can when we're streaming these, unless we have to cut it down because of the internet. But said the upload rate here is over 250 megabytes per second, and we only need about 8 to bring you the top end streams. So this has been one of the fastest upload rates we've had ever. Shouldn't have any issues. Good opportunity on this left-hand table for her to get another game. Yeah, it all depends, Paul, where you're at or what you're doing. I mean, Royce knows his stuff. He streams as well. He just asked on the left-hand table if you're allowed to use jump cues, and you're not. You can use a full-length cue to jump, which that thumper jump break is amazing at jumping full cue. But I don't know why he'd even where that 8-ball sitting and where that cue ball is. There's no way you're going to jump that anyway. You'd have to land right on that 8-ball, and it's at an angle. That cue ball's sailing off the table. Actually did him good sinking that other ball. That's where she just roll up, tap off that 9-ball. Set the cue ball over near that top left corner. Kind of like that. She came up, she left him the edge of it, but ideally you wanted that 9-ball in there. I'll check out the camera in the next break here, maybe. Or I'll just tap it around now. He is, Royce. It's a BK rush. But, although it does sound like it's a hard tip on there too, but it's a BK rush that he's playing with. I mean, I played with one just to see if I could for the hell of it and broke and ran a table with it, but I wouldn't recommend playing with one all the time. Yeah, BK Rush Sports Rep. Big break, nothing down. Hey Val, how you doing? Hit a ball on the right here, but the way that thing broke apart, it looked like something was loose in there, and you can see where the it's touching the other couple balls there. There's not a whole lot moved around right in there, so something tended to be a little loose in there. Hey, Julio. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? Sorry, guys, it is so quiet in here. The last match, they could hear me all over the place doing the commentary. It's going to be a little quieter. So close to the table and so quiet in here. There's no other music or background noise or other than there's about 40 people in the room, but they're all sitting quiet. So, how's this scored? Well, so if match points earned, so if it's a shutout, so say you're a 5 and you're playing a 5 on their team, you're both raced to 4. If you shut them out 5-0, you get 3 points. Now, if the loser player made it to the hill, it's 2-1. If the losing player won at least one game but wasn't on the hill, it's a 2-0. So you can get 3, 2, or 1 scored, depending on how you do it. If you shut your opponent out, it's 3-0 win. So Mixed Nuts won the first 2 matches by shutouts. That's hence the 6-0 for Mixed Nuts right now. And here's I got the races here. So say you're a 2, you're racing a fellow 2, you're both raced to 2. If you're a 2 and playing a 3, you get a game spot. Playing a 4, you get 2 game spots. Playing a 5, you get 3. 6, you get 4. And 7, you'll get a 5 game spot if you're a 2. Typical, yes, I believe so. Again, this is the only APA event we do every year, so I'm not too familiar on the scoring aspects and everything, but I've got it down now. Getting the hang of the score sheet again since they gave me one. We'd like to do more events, so we get really knowledgeable on the rules and everything else, but and they do have a time limit. Sudden death starts after a certain amount of time. We saw that in the first match. That is a foul on the left-hand table. I'm surprised he's taking that with ball in hand like that. With the way these ones are, the bottom left corner. He's got it safe in the fact that 8-ball's tied up, but he's got the wrong angle here. Last thing you want to do is sink the 6-ball. Just leave it over that hole as a breakout ball. If the combo lined up, you're good. If I were her, I'd be looking at that, because it's a free shot if it doesn't. But I would be banking that ball back up to this bottom left corner where his mess is, because that's a huge pocket to bank off of if she'd gone for that. I don't know why he's shooting with a, I have no idea, but he is shooting with a BK rush. And no, I'm not, I'm not keeping track innings or anything like that. Nice combo, but unfortunate result. No good shot goes unpunished. Well, this tournament, I mean, at the standard APA or CPA teams, you can only add up to 23 for your 5 players. So he's getting a little bit of coaching in there. So he's going to want to leave this on that top rail, the cue ball. That's what he's going for. And you could hear that tunk as he hit that. That's got a rock hard tip on that. I'm surprised he doesn't miscue. And here comes the coach for the opponent. This is just sending the cue ball flying if she's cutting this in, but it's a nice attempt. I've done the same, Tyler. When we were raffling those BK rushes a year and a half or 2 years ago, however long it was, we had all those. I've ran a couple racks with it, just fooling around. But that's because I was paying attention and making sure it's mostly center ball hits that I'm doing with a cue ball. Not trying to play a whole bunch of spin. Who won on the right? The older gentleman did. I'm not sure who's who on that. No, she's not comfortable trying to bank this. You hit the left-hand side of that 9 ball as we're looking at it, or the right side as she's shooting at it. Leave the cue ball on the bottom center rail here and just pop that 9 out over the corner pocket. She went the opposite way, but it's in a more potable position out there. Just doesn't want to hit this and come below center table. Leave him a shot if she doesn't make it. I just roll up and leave the cue ball right on top of it. Especially with where his ball is. Leave him a kick at it to try to make it. That's the side of the table you didn't want to leave him on. I don't know if he can cut it back into that. Well, it's frozen on the rail there pretty good. Well, she's got a free bank at it. Unlike some of the other leagues, this has got every skill level on playing on the team together, which helps the lesser players learn real fast. Yeah, you can play on any size of table. A lot of the Ontario teams play on 9 foots. Nice break. And I think he's still shooting because it is. You do not have to call your pocket. They're wide open on the right-hand table there. Although she's a little straight on this. You cannot cheat the diamond pockets like that. But she ended up okay. 9 will cut into the side. It's very thin. It looks like he's got this to the bottom corner too, another thin cut. I think you got to take that 9 ball first. You can get down around and underneath that 15 and play that 15 to this bottom left corner because it will go down to this bottom left. Yeah, this way doesn't do him any good. That's where you should have been playing on the big one, Gabe. It give you a better, more of an advantage. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? I don't know if she can see that 6 ball to this. I believe it's a 6 ball there to the bottom right. Or she's shooting the 4 ball up. Play this with some inside spin to check it up. I use the 5 ball to hold it. Use his wallet as the patch for the pocket. Chris, you'd have to start as an 8 handicap. That might be a 9 ball. 7's the max in 8 ball. 9's the maximum in 9 ball. Yeah, last chance here for her on the right hand table. That 8 ball hanging in the corner. You got a free shot you shouldn't have right here, so swing away. Trying to play safe. I think she might have got there. Well, there is no jump cues. You can use your full length cue breaker or playing cue to jump, which this would be a perfect shot for that thumper. He's called for his coach to come give him some pointers. Yeah, I'm not sure what you start at or anything like that, but he's going from helping out on one table to helping out on the other. Oh, he's lots of room to hit that. In 8 ball, in APA, I thought 7 is the maximum. Yeah, that's right, Bill. Unless it was some weird, like house league rule or something that they were going by where they can rank you as an 8. These events here, 7 is the maximum. BCA. Yeah. Another game for him with the BK rush. So in the APA, you still rack for your opponent here too. So all the other leagues you see us stream is rack and break your own. Nice break. The score, those are the first two matches. These are the second two, I believe, that we've got going on. So after the first two matches, it's 6-0 for Mixed Nuts. This doesn't reflect each game here. So these two will, each one of these tables will be playing a race. Whoever wins that race earns 1, 2, or 3 points for their team, which gets scored on the scoreboard. But I will double check in a minute to see what the score is. Yeah, Wayne on YouTube there. APA no jumping unless it's full queue. That's right. Which I'd be totally fine with my thumper. I'll double check on the score here. So there, Gabe's got the big answer there. Coaches can place the cue ball and touch the table. So I did update the score there. Sorry guys, it is 6-2. So I think that could still be out of reach if Mix Nuts wins both of these. This is where a coach could maybe help her. Ball in hand like this. And she's asking for it right now. That's how I've always said. It's one of the, you want to confuse one of the lower level players is you give them ball in hand on a table, and that's with more and more experience you learn what you want to shoot, where you want to shoot it. From where she is there, I'd be taking us 5 on the side, or 4 on the side, sorry. Yeah, she's got a funny angle here because that's going to take the cue ball up table towards the middle of the table. Unless she can hit this soft enough and hold for the 8 ball. Don't think she can. She shot that really fast, got down and just sort of one-stroked it.
When I get perfect shape, I just think,
His little angle here is going to be taking him down to where that 4 ball could get in the way, so can weight control here. And misses the shot. Game's over with that win on the right-hand table. Match is done. There's no way for Just Here for the Bacon to win. So anyway, we're going to shut down. We will be back at, time is it here? I believe 9 o'clock will be the next match, so we got an hour. So we'll see you guys back here in about an hour. It's 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be 7 o'clock Mountain Time back in Calgary. We'll see you back here in about an hour.